Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Baby, I am here with a part one of my nail vlog. It is so long, y'all. And believe it or not, I actually had to cut out the beginning of it, which I was mixing together the nail acrylic. I did show the color, like, in this video. I'm gonna show the color that I made. I made like this glitter color, but and y'all gonna see obviously all my nails, you know what I'm saying? But it's already like this color right here. I made this. I mixed together different colors and mica pigments and the glitters to make that little pigment for my nails because I just broke. And you know what I'm saying? While I would rather be lazy and just buy the color I want, I simply, first of all, cannot find it. And second of all, I cannot find the money to pay for it. And if you can't pay for something, then guess what? That means you got to leave it there, okay? We know we ain't going to take something that don't belong to us. So we can just go accept it for what it is and keep it pushing. And with that being said, and that's funny because the movie, okay, that God gave me the message for this video is ATM, and y'all already know the twins was taking so no good and well they can't afford that. And you know, ironically, I found y'all see my little duffel that I found. I found this. I didn't even know I had this. I had this from years ago, bro. And the straps had broke on it, and I guess that's why it kind of slid through the cracks. I kind of just left it in a box, ducked away. Okay, I almost threw it away to be honest because it was in a box full of trash. I looked inside and said, let me see if I can find a strap real quick because baby, I sure would rather put a strap on an old bag than to go out and buy a new one. But I'm still gonna have to get her fixed. But anyways, in the movie, the twins was stealing. You know what I'm saying? They kept on getting caught. They got in trouble for it, and everybody knew what they had going on. Obviously, because how, and somebody with no job walk around with a Louis Vuitton purse, bro. Like I get it. Like and I was thinking that last night when I was watching the movie again. I was like, come on, Bumble. You know good and well you ain't buy them the purse. You know they ain't got no job to buy the purse. They boyfriends, like, is they boyfriends buying the purse? What would they, like, how would they have this item? How else? Why are you trying to act like you don't know what's going on, bro? Why are we all playing? You know what I'm saying? And okay, but anyways, that ain't even the point that the message is about. But I guess this point God said he is. Okay, so the scripture goes from Judges 20. Then all Israel from Dan to Beersheba and from the land of Gilead came together as one and assembled before the Lord in Mizpah. The leaders of all the people of the tribes of Israel took their places in the assembly of God's people, 400,000 men armed with swords. The Benjamites heard that the Israelites had gone up to Mizpah. Then the Israelites said, tell us how this awful thing happened. So here's the message. God said that there is someone that has accused somebody of stealing. But the thing about it is, you don't steal. How is it that this person has accused you of stealing when you don't steal? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said about the movie, it's kind of like obvious, like where they was getting the stuff from because they ain't got no job. But if you got a job, regardless if maybe that's the problem. Maybe you have a job that this person don't want to recognize as a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about y'all don't take this the hard way, but I'm thinking about it. One of Cardi B's songs, bruh. She say at the end, they always say stripping ain't no real job. Well, how we buy our weeds then? Like, how can you say that somebody is not working and that is not an actual job if they are earning an income? What are you talking about? What is a job? A job is the way to make a living. And if you are putting in any kind of work, effort, and energy and receiving an income, that is a job, bro. Okay? I'll just be here for you. That's a job. It's a job. It's a job. It's a job. And this is somebody you are receiving income now. You are receiving income, and therefore it is what it is, what it is. How is it possible that you are able to afford X, Y, and Z while simultaneously this person is claiming you don't have a job? You can't still, like some of these things, you can't take. It ain't no way that I could order something online that I can't pay for, bro. And even if I do, it's gonna be negative on my card. And when my check come through, guess what? They gonna take their money because I can't order nothing that I can't pay for. Period. Somebody been trying to claim that somebody. How? God said ain't no way that you will be able to pay your rent and pay bills and pay this, pay that. Like there are certain things that you can't just pretend. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a situation where you can just go in there and take that, bro. God said you haven't stole nothing. You earn a living. You have a job. And just because this person don't want to acknowledge it as a job does not mean it is not a job. And that's just the end of it. And I don't know what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I'm even thinking about how at the beginning of that movie, he says dreaming is the luxury of children. And when you become an adult, you don't have that availability to dream. Now, maybe this is somebody, whatever your job is, it seems like it would be a dream to other people, but it is your job. And you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, that could be anything, bruh, because to some people, an astronaut is living a dream job. A lawyer could be living their dream job. A doctor could be living their dream job. An actress or actor could be living their dream job. A musician would be living their dream job. It like a creator would be living there regardless to whatever it is that you love to do. It's like this is somebody what you love to do, that is your job. And it's almost like somebody feels like you have too much fun making money, or it doesn't make sense as to how maybe you have your own business and they don't understand how you make money. They don't understand how you earn a living. They don't understand this, that, and the third. And I know one thing that I have realized, I don't try to explain that to people anymore, because every time that I have in the past, every time I would say, well, X, Y, and Z, all of a sudden it will be some kind of issue, some kind of problem. And I'm trying to figure out stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Regardless if somebody's trying to hack an account, somebody has tried to go behind my back and blackmail me. Somebody did, like, it's almost like the only time people have been trying to figure this out is when they trying to figure out some kind of way to put a stop to it. Leave me alone now. Okay, and let me work my little job now in peace. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And what is the problem, bruh? With me earning a living, with me being able to pay for me to have something to eat, with me being able to pay for clothes, for food, for me to be able to pay to keep myself looking good so I'm not walking around looking like a bum, bruh. For me to be able to pay for eventually a place for me to stay, if possible, my son as well, if he wants to, because I ain't gonna force him or drag him with me. But you know what I'm saying? For me to have a place to stay, for me to be able to just not be on here asking people for money. I don't understand what the problem is. I don't want to be asking nobody for nothing. I don't want no handouts for nobody. I don't want to live with my mama forever. I want my own house, bro. Y'all saw that with y'all own eyes. I wasn't playing. I really wanted my trailer. I started fixing her up. I had redid the whole bedroom with marble, the restroom with marble. I wanted my house. Put backsplash in the kitchen. Bruh, had bought a planner and planned out how I would manage paying my mortgage along with paying the rent and you know the light bill, and how everything would, okay, and I'm gonna have to do it like this, and then eventually this is gonna fall off, and then I'll be able to, baby. But you know what I'm saying? What can you do, bro? Like I don't even understand. I don't even understand it. I don't even understand. And it ain't a situation where, you know what I'm saying, what people like to think. Well, you should just say you couldn't afford. That's not what it was. Somebody was literally trying to drag my house away. I have this on camera. Somebody was literally picking my lock. I reported him. My camera was right there. You can hear him messing with it. I have him on video with the tools he used. And it's just, it's annoying. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's nerve wracking. It's irritating. And it's just like, I don't even understand. Well, I guess I do at this point. But you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, I'm not finna do that. It would never even come to that. So that's just, it's like, I just feel like the whole mindset is dumb. Like, it's not gonna be a situation where I'm finna switch and from doing what God want me to do and live a life of sin. And in reality, the same people, like, you know what I'm saying, whoever it is, regardless, that's doing all this, they gonna feel some kind of way about me, regardless if I'm doing what God want me to do or if I'm doing what they want me to do. Because what they want me to do is pure evil. They want me to be miserable. They don't want me to be happy. So guess who I am finna make happy? God, bro. That's who I'm only concerned about, God, and how he feel about me and what I'm doing. And in reality, I'm doing what God want me to do. I have a job. And I feel like for whoever this is for, you doing what God wants you to do. And you have a job. You earn a living. You work. And regardless if somebody else understands how you make that living or not, does not even matter, bro. Because I know me personally, it's a lot of people in my life, I have no idea what they do, bro. And I have never asked, and I am not worried about it. I am not concerned about how much they make an hour. I don't know how much they get on a paycheck. It's none of my business, bro. They may have little side hustles going on. I don't know about nothing. And I don't care because it's none of my business, bro. I just know they can take care of themselves. Or at least they trying to. And that's just real. And I've known people that have had really good jobs making decent money that needed help every now and again. And I have also seen people, you know what I'm saying, struggling with a job. You know what I'm saying? With a job, it still need, like, regardless of what kind of job you get. I'm just being real. And to be honest, when it comes down to it, another job at the point of where I am, when it comes down to education and my body and the way that I move and the skills that I will be able to do, I will be making the same amount anyways, bruh. And that's the truth. I wouldn't be like, it's not like I like, oh, if you would just let go of that, you would really be able to do some things. What? What are you talking about? I'm gonna make the same amount, bro. I ain't claiming to be rich now. But I for sure ain't gonna be making, it ain't like I'm all of a sudden gonna be making so much more money and all of a sudden I ain't gonna have to this, that, and the like, bruh. I'm gonna be making the same amount. And then I'm gonna have to deal with all the things that I used to have to deal with. I'm gonna have to deal with people like I remember the last job that the last nursing home I worked at. Ah, man. But then I probably wouldn't even work at. I would end up working, like, I guess, like at a gas station. That was the last place I worked, was at a gas station. But that wasn't that bad, honestly. The only thing I didn't like about it, what I noticed, is because I was working at a gas station in a small town, people that knew me would come in there and deliberately try to do stuff to try to cause problems for me. And, you know what I'm saying, that bothered me. And even though I wasn't in a position where I just needed that job per se, okay, because of the position of what was going on, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I just feel like that's just dry. That's how people are though. And I feel like that's literally what's going on in this mess. This is somebody trying to get somebody fired. But they having a hard time doing so because they can't figure out what you do. And now they just saying, well, they don't got a job. They don't got a job. They can't have a job. Like, why you devil? What do it matter? This is somebody you earn a living doing what you do. Everybody know you earn a living doing what you do, and it is somebody that is hooping and hollering and trying to say that you do have a job. They just don't like your job, but that's not up to them to choose your job. You have one. And you know what I'm saying? And somebody you work hard. I know I try. It's like this video took me all, and this is really gonna be broken up into 3 videos. It took me all day to record just this part. I still have another part that I have to record. I have to break it all down, edit everything. And then this is gonna take, this is like a weekend long project. Now I get it. This is a lot easier than some other things that I used to do. You know what I'm saying? Working as a nursing assistant, that was harder to do it is because lifting somebody when it comes out, like, I would be real. I'm not gonna be sit here and lie. Working at a gas station, kinda. I can't say it was hard. It was more so hard because of the people, how some of the people would be acting, but also simultaneously, also like I said, these are things that can be bypassed, etc., etc. But anyways, that's the message. I feel like I can't even just, but that's the message. That's the message. God said that it's somebody they want you to have, like, I don't even know what it is. It's almost like this person just wants you, like, they don't like what you do. For whatever reason, they don't like it. They don't like that it's your job. Either that or this is somebody that don't want you to be able to earn a living for yourself. And maybe they have come up with lies about you. They have made up stories, rumors, or whatever. And it's like they want it to be true to such an extent, and it's not. This is somebody, like, you know how the twins was in the movie. I'm thinking about the first scene that they come in when they at the pool, when they say, here come ghetto ghetto, and the 2 twins, and they start playing the song Southern Girl. Hey, 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 this is a song, okay? Southern Girl. Come on. Come on. Okay, anyways, they walk up. They fly. Every time you see them, they fly. Every time you see them, they fly, bro. Every time. Every time. It don't mean like everybody is looking at them. Everybody is worried about everybody. Everybody focused on them. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, where they get done like that? That's what people are saying. Where they get this from? Go ahead and say this is somebody trying to pick up rumors and lies. You have a job. That's where you get it from. Anyways, that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe.